So we all know the app, formerly known as Twitter, is supposed to be a platform that promotes free speech. But how much free speech is actually tolerated when it's from a leftist perspective? Well, today I'm on a mission to answer this question by posting strictly woke content to see how long it takes for my far left account to get banned. But here's the thing. Throughout this experiment, my tweets will become progressively more, progressive. Every day we'll get more and more woke until, who knows, we might go so far left that we wrap around to the far right. Oh, and don't worry, we'll be pissing off a lot of right-wingers along the way. But the main goal of this is to find out if Twitter is silencing those who have an opposing ideology to Elon Musk. We've all noticed that ever since Elon took over Twitter, he has made it pretty clear that he wants it to be a safe haven for free speech. On their blog, they even have stated, "We believe Twitter users have the right to express their opinions and ideas without fear of censorship." But what that means in practice is a bit of a gray area, especially when it comes to left-leaning views. Some users argue that these moderation policies seem a bit lopsided, to say the least, and that Elon has transformed Twitter into a refuge for racists, misogynists, and fascists, amplifying far-right propaganda and playing a key role in Trump's re-election, to say the most. So, let's find out if my right to free speech still applies when I criticize everything this guy believes in. Hey, it's been a minute, and today, I'm going to see if Twitter bans me for being too woke. Alright, let's get my profile set up. Let's do January 6th. Seems like a good date. Alright, username. Alright, we need to think of something leftist, a little woke. Maybe like Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky. I think that's pretty good. Oh, who should I follow first? Oh, what about Elon Musk? Location. San Francisco. This looks good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I really don't want to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to get verified. Oh god, I don't want to pay a dime. I'm mostly paying for the reply boost. I want like the largest amount of people seeing my content as possible. And I need the check mark, most importantly. Okay, $16, and then that's it. I'm canceling it. Ugh, I hate that. Your account will be reviewed for a blue checkmark soon. I just paid for it. Our team is doing a quick review on your account. You should see your checkmark here within a few days. Oh my god. What is there to review? Now, I decided to follow a bunch of right-leaning accounts, including the top 10 accounts that Elon most often replies to. End Wokeness, Ian Miles Chung, Matt Walsh, for sure. Libs of TikTok. This is so dumb. Oh my god. I wanted to make sure that my timeline and For You page was just filled with a bunch of content that would trigger me easily, just making it a bit easier and faster to respond with my woke takes. Okay, let's see what's going on Twitter. I hate this so much. I already want to start responding to him. I love how the Trump-controlled federal government plans to spend our tax dollars to fund essentially a meme. Doge, instead of funding plans to combat the most salient threat to our planet, climate change. Post. What if that gets me banned? My very first tweet. Some quick background on my personal experience with Twitter. It really was my go-to social media platform from like 2014 to 2020. And during lockdown, I realized I was on it just way too much, so I did the healthy thing and switched to YouTube and spent too much time on there instead. All of this is to say that I haven't used Twitter in like 4 years, but I have stayed up to date with Elon's takeover of the platform and its overall shift to the right. So overall, this kind of feels like a welcome home party. Except my home was bought by a billionaire and he painted all the walls black and clogged up all the toilets and invited a bunch of racist people over to sleep on the couch for a while. I can't wait. Who should Matt Gaetz go after first? Probably himself. Okay, so according to the Reddit user FEDart, Elon's average tweets per day, or TPD, is around 67. So, to compete with the tweet master himself, I'm gonna aim for a TPD, tweets per day, around 68 or 70. Somewhere in there. Now, you're probably thinking, dang, that's a lot of tweeting. I'm sure he's probably gonna automate that with AI or something. No, that would be too easy, and also make for a really boring video, and I know this might be a kind of controversial take, but I don't really think using AI to create content is very cool. Okay, I need to start tweeting a lot more. I have like 67 more tweets to go. Now, for the first few days, I wanted to start off with some mild leftist political views. This included tweets centered around fair wages. I wonder if Trump's pick for the Department of Labor will expand paid family leave. Oh, sorry, typo. I wonder if Trump's pick for the Department of Labor will abolish the Department of Labor. Climate change. Trump's new pick to run the department in charge of disaster recovery is skeptical of climate change. Climate change. You know, the thing that causes natural disasters. And of course, constant digs at right-wingers on Twitter. I responded to this tweet and said, Allergan's stock just shot up 27%. Shout out to all the little Botox boys out there. Allergan or Allergen is the company that makes Botox, by the way. This tweet had some levels to it, and I don't really think people got it besides me, so that's okay. You know, we're doing our best. We're trying. I think that everything I posted on this first day could have been retweeted by your most basic Democrat or slightly left-leaning person. Can you spot the difference? Department of Defense 2024. Department of Defense 2025. One has a tattoo. So I ended day one with 1 like, 0 followers, and 42 tweets in total. My TPD was a little bit lower than I was aiming for, so I decided I'd just crank it up more the next day. Oh, and the approval of my blue check mark that I already paid for was still pending. I think that once I am approved and get the blue check mark, my posts will be sort of elevated to other accounts. But for now, it seems like they're not really getting too many impressions on the platform. Okay, so slow start to day one, but that was kind of expected with more of the mild leftist takes. So let's crank things up a bit and head on into... All right, day two. This is when I realized that Twitter had become something unrecognizable to what it looked like back in 2020 when I left. Okay, so let's do some more tweeting. If people didn't start families in poverty, the human species would no longer exist. God, I hate Matt Walsh so much. You're such a baby. Of course, there's copious amounts of misinformation and bigotry that, I'll say it, is pretty fun to call out and debunk. This I can't stand. Which country spends the most on healthcare per capita? The United States. But this isn't socialized medicine. This is private medicine. It's not like the government is spending that much. It would be cheaper to have socialized medicine in the US than... Alright, I'm about to respond to it. Here are the facts. Medicare for all will cost less than our current system. A recent study by Yale epidemiologists found that Medicare for all would save around 68,000 lives a year while reducing U.S. healthcare spending by around 13% or $450 billion a year. Idiot. Owned that one, rabbit hole. More like stupid idiot hole. But after a while, it all just kind of started to wane on me. Meanwhile, in New Zealand's parliament, what does this even mean? This is just like straight up racist. Anyone else laugh at this silly pagan? You know, I'm having a lot of fun making this video, but then I spend just like a little too much time on Twitter or see a post that just kind of pushes me over the edge, makes me want to just log off for ever. Colonize more. Dude, alright, come on. Like, what do you even say to these people? The indigenous people of New Zealand, the Maori, are just part of Parliament, which makes sense because they are the original people of the island of New Zealand, or the two islands. Like, what is wrong with them being part of their own government? Like, if that makes you mad, then like something is wrong with you. That's not normal to be like pissed off at this. I ended up having to throw in the towel for the day and decided to recharge for hopefully a better tomorrow. Has anyone seen Dr. Fauci recently? Someone is looking for him. Oh, whoa. It wasn't better. How's everyone doing out there? It is day 3 and I have some very exciting news to share. I got a blue check mark that I am paying $16 a month for. So, I think at the end of day 2, I had about 83 tweets in total. And yeah, I got a little carried away this morning, and I am now at 141 posts total. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm getting a little addicted to the platform. Don't look now, but Trump has quietly put together the most diverse cabinet ever assembled. And then it refers to these women as snacks. So I responded to it and said, the only snack here is RFK's brain worm. Basically what I'm trying to do at this point on day 3 is just crank things up a notch, get a little more triggered when it comes to, responding to these right-wingers and getting a little more woke. And I think things are working. I'm getting more likes. I'm getting more responses. POV, you're inside RFK Jr.'s brain. Between the election denial and making fun of the disabled, you guys are on track to storm the Capitol on January 6th. LOL. It's spelled capital. Thanks. I always screw that up. Democrats made grandma say goodbye over FaceTime during COVID, and now they're crying about separating the families of illegals. One rule for life. Always tell commies to shut the fuck up. All the way. I thought they was gonna deport families together. Communism must be eradicated. Communism doesn't exist in the US, okay? Not like even close. What is with people on the right thinking that communism is like growing like wildfire in the US? It's not. Like, it's so not here. It'd be cool if there was more like socialist policies that were talked about, but it's not. You don't have to worry about communism at all. I promise you, we're not getting anything close to that. Like, you think Democrats are communists? They're like so pro-capitalist. You think Nancy Pelosi's a communist? She has like one of the best performing portfolios out of like anyone in Congress. Like that doesn't sound very like commie to me. It was around this time when I started to notice something very unexpected. This morning, Stephen King, the horror novelist, left Twitter. My For You page began to flood with hundreds and hundreds of people saying that they were leaving Twitter, tweet after tweet, explaining that they were just fed up with the hate and misinformation that was consuming their timelines. And of course, these announcements came with plenty of commentary from the right, criticizing them for making this decision. So you have tweets like this. I would like to announce that I will not be announcing that I'm leaving Twitter. And it's like, oh, dude, so cool. Like, everyone on here is so cool and edgy and just saying, like, crazy stuff that everyone's like, oh, I can't handle it because I'm too woke. Oh, God, you're so cool, Lex Friedman. I realized that I was witnessing a mass exodus of the platform in real time. Turns out it was the largest exodus since Elon bought it back in 2022. All on the exact same day that I received my beautiful blue checkmark. Which is insane for that to happen this week because that just leaves one person left on Twitter who is still woke. And it's Noam Chomsky. I was deep behind enemy lines, and all of my allies were retreating. Pretty soon, Noam Chomsky would be the last bastion of wokeness able to defend against the dark right, trying to find the light while getting lost in the dark echo chamber of hate and bigotry. What was Noam to do? Breaking, Lindsey Graham has come out against Matt Gaetz for AG. Lindsey Graham came out? Alright, it's day 4 and I'm fed up. I'm done with this. I'm about to attack every single right-winger I see. For the first time ever, 2 black women will serve in the United States Senate simultaneously. Identity politics, all the way to the bitter end. It's called democracy, you racist dingleberry. Oh, and I'm not just calling out the right today. No, it is about time I start attacking the Democrats too. Breaking, election security experts have officially asked Biden to do an election recount on Trump's victory. They are citing potential breaches in voting machines. I responded and said, Dems didn't lose because of election interference. Dems lost because they have completely abandoned the middle class. Unless things radically change soon, the party and many politicians within it will always be captured by the corporations that they are indebted to. Oh, and I got a little extra surprise for all 4 of my Twitter followers that I know they're just gonna eat up. From each according to his abilities to each according to his needs. Everyone please open your Communist Manifesto to page 1, because it's Marxist time. History repeats itself. First as tragedy, second as farce. Welcome to the farce. Democrats can't be the pro-labor party while also being backed by billionaire donors. Again, just talking about transgender people, like 50% of all the posts on this platform is something centered around trans people, but in a very negative light, obviously, that they can't wrap their head around it for some reason. I just can't imagine like walking down the street, seeing someone who is trans and having like a visceral reaction like they do. It's so like messed up. Like there's something broken in their brains. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a little triggered, so I ended up responding to a lot of people today. Imagine ever believing a 60-year-old man would win a professional boxing match. Come on, guys. Imagine believing your dumbass movie could win an Oscar. Come on, guys. So much so that my current total number of tweets is at 221. That's an average TPD of 55, which is still somehow less than Elon's. I actually don't understand how he has time to rattle off so many tweets every day. I guess running a car, rocket, satellite, and social media company, all while being the stand-in first lady, is actually pretty easy. He moves like a 40-pound toddler with a full diaper. Time to torment Elon until he disables my account. What's up? It's day 5. This is my final day, so this is the big push until the end, and I think we can get it done. Population collapse. It's so funny that they're like so pro population growth, but at the same time they're anti-immigration. Like, which one is it? The woke don't believe in equality or giving people equal rights. They want special privileges for certain groups of minorities, and they want to kill or enslave all white people. It's really that simple. Source?
Yep, they really do hate white people. I remember feeling self-hate for being white when I was a liberal. They really do hate us and seek to make us hate ourselves. This is wrong, and they are evil for doing this.
They do, and I'm tired of pretending they don't. Were you pretending that they didn't? You seemed pretty open about it before. Based. Agree. I concur. Very important we stand firm without demonizing. Think in situations like we are in. We stay smart, strong, and keep the light bright with love. But know when to say no for the common good. Eventually they will join our fester until they wither, humble at all times. Jesus Christ. We are dealing with adult children, so a firm, consistent no. No, maybe. The bright light of love feels very hateful sometimes. Do you support Tom Homan conducting worksite raids for illegal immigrants?
This is tricky, because this will also hurt businesses as well. They should focus on the troubles first and work their way to work sites. This gives people to get their affairs together.
What are you talking about, Dada? Yeah, it will hurt businesses. Why did you vote for the deportation of 30 million people?
It's not that tricky. It is simple. Do not enter this nation illegally. No excuses. Our immigration system has worked just fine since its inception. It needs no reform. It needs absolute enforcement.
Agreed, but do we go after those who are not harming others first, or take out the bad first? They have no idea what they're talking about. We are watching Dada come to the realization that the deportation of every illegal migrant in the country actually hurts businesses. Because he's actually starting to have to think about it now when people are asking questions and talking about actual policy. And now he's like,
now that I have to think about it a little bit harder, I'm starting to realize that, oh, wait, maybe this might negatively impact me and others in the country.
Illegal is illegal. They all have to go. What they are saying is there should be a priority list. Do you want them to go after illegal gangs that are murdering Americans, or the guy in the back of the kitchen who's done nothing wrong since arriving here first? Start with the violent criminals, then proceed. Do they realize that they're talking like an SS officer? This is so dumb. Costco shrank its seasonal toy aisle by 50% this year. Depressing. The signs of a declining birth rate are becoming increasingly stark. You don't think toy sales are down because, I don't know, of kids having iPads and phones? Maybe just playing with toys less?
Legend.
Trump is pro-tariff and Malay is anti-tariff. Which do you like more? Because their economic plans are starkly different. He's probably going to respond and be like,
Malay? You mean like the vacuum cleaner?
Oh, we got Jordan Peterson showing up on my timeline. Perfect.
The more you care for others, the stronger you become.
You're a little baby boo-boo. Now it was time to wait and see if I got reported by anyone I happened to piss off along the way. In total, I tweeted 278 times, leading to an average TPD of 55.6. A total of 15 accounts replied to me, and I received 21 likes and 5 followers. Now, while looking back and analyzing my Noam Chomsky profile, I realized that all of my tweets that were actually focused on leftist progressive rhetoric would only receive like 5 to 10 views. Now, of course, it takes time to organically grow any account on any social media platform. But Elon's Twitter seemed to only reward me when I was either fighting with someone or calling other users racist and dumb, which they are. And I would be lying if I said I didn't have a lot of fun doing that. But for any new user joining this free speech platform, it seems like they are almost incentivized to immediately start disagreeing with someone right off the bat, because those posts get the most traction. And yeah, I know that any controversial or hateful take will always get more attention on any social media platform. That's just how modern day algorithms work. But as I was making this video, a new study published by the Queensland University of Technology literally yesterday found that after Elon's endorsement of Trump on July 13th, 2024, Musk's post received 138% more views and 238% more retweets than before that date. This research paper, along with reports from the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post, suggests that Twitter adjusted its algorithm to specifically boost not only Elon's, but other right-leaning accounts on the platform. With all of this information, I feel like Elon has just created a safe place for hateful people to say whatever they want with absolutely no consequences or backlash. Even if you agree with some of the far-right takes on Twitter, I just don't see how only being exposed to that is good for your mental health. I mean, everyone on there who is only consuming that type of content all day long must be genuinely so unhappy. I find it really ironic how the right-wingers on here will constantly talk about free speech and how the left want to censor them, when the only media they consume is propaganda. And all that right-wing propaganda does is embolden an easily manipulated base into voting for more populist politicians who only care about their own self-interest. They want you to be scared of illegal migrants and trans people so you have someone to blame for why you're not happy. They're never going to follow through with a policy that would positively impact your material life. They don't care about you. And the thing is, I bet you didn't even make it this far into the video. You probably commented that I was a soy boy idiot and then clicked off. Because Elon Musk, yes, I am talking directly to you now, you don't have to ban me from Twitter, because I'm going to do it myself. Oh, and one more thing. X is a really dumb name. See y'all on Blue Sky, libtard.